What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Ogre Battle 64. Today, I figured that since I'm taking some time at the beginning of this chapter to do some messing about, I would demonstrate something that I could have done a long time ago. I think as early as you are able to actually get here, but there's never really any real point in doing so. Anyways, I'm here in my leisure, and I have a chaotic... Does it have to be a male? Yep, it has to be a chaotic male unit leader. I brought him to Elgoria. So if you do that and enter the stronghold, you will encounter a vampire. So like I said, chaotic male unit leader, Elgoria, Mylesia. This guy says a whole bunch of stuff, and what he's going to do is he's going to ask you a series of questions. There are going to be 4 questions, and the correct answer to those questions is actually determined by the time on the clock in which you enter the stronghold at. So I believe I entered between 6 and 7:30, which means that our answers are 1, 2, and 1. And we indeed answered all the questions correctly. And our reward for doing so? Congratulations! Our reward is a bloody emblem, which is actually useless to us. But this is also the only way to get them. You can do this as many times as you like for as many chaotic male unit leaders that you have. The only exception is that you cannot do it with Troy. So let's see if I can actually demonstrate what that is for. Let us go to class change. Let's try this dude. Aha! He can become a vampire. The required equipment being a Count's garment, which we found somewhere, I don't know where, and a bloody emblem. I might as well just do that just to demonstrate, because I'm never going to use that guy again. So, he's a vampire, and he also kind of sucks. Literally, because he uses life drain, but it's not very good. So anyways, there's that. Also, while I'm here on the organization screen, I should point out that I did some leveling of my Angel Knights. So, I tried doing the little trick that I thought might work, where you like kill a random encounter in one of the area investigations, and that might turn you into the advanced class, but no, that did not seem to work. So anyways, they're all now currently fulfilling the stat requirements to turn into a seraph. You need 108 in intellect, 125 mentality, and 127 dexterity. You also need a Needle of Light, a Kite Shield, and a Boulder Mail. Do I actually have all the Kite Shields I need? I assume I do. Yes, I do. So yeah. And I upgrade everyone's all equipment accordingly and all that, so that's all taken care of. I also got Magnus up to 99 years of age, which means basically everyone is now 99, except for people who are younger than Magnus. Why did I exit that? So if we go over to events, let us witness our final birthday. I don't think any of you were. Lots of running back and forth. I don't know, Magnus looks pretty good for his age. Everyone does, in fact. little bit of a text error there. Not like an error with the emulation or anything, but an error with the actual game code. So we get a sword imbued with a man's dying love, or whatever Saradin said. Not Saradin, Hugo. We get Noish's promise. Noish or Noish. I think I'll just call it Noish, just because it's easier to say. Noish's promise. And, as he said, well, let's see what the item descriptions say. We have Deodora's song, armor imbued with the spirit of a girl separated from her lover. And I'm also going to equip Magnus with the Noish's promise, and that says, the altered form of a young man who transformed himself to search for the soul of his true love. And if you equip both of those on the same person, it actually gives you a little bit of a boost. And apparently it's still weaker than the Evil Blade. That's kind of embarrassing. Unless the boost is not represented in stats. Which looks like it might be the case, because removing the Deodora song doesn't actually increase your, or decrease your statistical power. So, I preemptively gave the Evil Blade to my paladin leader over here. I changed the leader to this dude since it didn't make any sense to have the lower level guy be the leader. So, yeah. That's all done. And with that, I believe there is nothing else left to do as far as preparations. So, just because, let's save. And head on over to Gules Hills, number 2. Apparently we are planning to march to Latium. It's news to me. So is this supposed to be like an ambush, or... Well, no, if it was an ambush, it would, like, pop up unexpectedly. At least that's what it did with the only ambush we've ever actually had. I'm not sure why we're positioned in the northeast for this map. That's supposed to be like, if we're traveling from like the southwest to the northeast. That's what happened the first time around. So, I guess we better get this party started. Of course they did. It's a nice upbeat battle tune. So it looks like we got a bunch of Knight Templars charging in on us right from the very start. Pretty, it would seem. So, get our force out on the field. Now that we finally have the ability to actually use our 10th unit. They're a little bit behind, but well, actually no, they're not, are they? They should be perfectly combat ready. Yeah, no, they're pretty good, level-wise. One thing I also want to mention is that I changed around my items that I gave to my units a little bit. I basically gave everything to my Angel Knights. And a big part of that is because they are a flying unit, so they have the ability to traverse terrain, any terrain regardless. It doesn't have any effect on their speed or fatigue. So it makes sense to me that they should get the figure Sleipnir so they can move more quickly. The marching baton is because flying units generate fatigue very quickly, so that's to kind of counteract that. And that just kind of goes hand in hand with the sensor repose. The Charge Horn is because they're probably my weakest unit right now, so they're kind of delicate, so I want them to be able to be careful, and the Manual of Warfare is because, well, I love leveling them up, so it just kind of makes sense. Now, let's see. The shop is all the way over there. There's no new items to find on this map, but I do want to go to Kurashino, which is right there. I want to go there with Magnus. So that's going to be my eventual goal. For the moment, I think I'm just going to stand put and let these guys bash their skulls against my face. That actually sounds very painful. What I am going to do though is I'm going to move... apparently you can't stop on top of rivers. I'm going to move her over this way so she's kind of out of the way. You have to be kind of careful with where you order flying units to go, because they'll literally take like a straight path there because they're not affected by terrain at all. A little too close. I want her to be nearby, but not in direct line of danger, just because I want her to like swoop in and take on a unit that is weakened after someone else has had a chance to weaken them up. Now 3 Deannas. Oop. I left the battle animations off because I was training my Angel Knights. Gotta be careful with this unit. Don't want any of my Deannas to die. Oh wow. Those enemy Deannas are taking a bit of a beating. Well, let's have my guys go with a round of combat. Oh, that was the end of the fight? Okay. I was just getting ready to run away, but I guess that's kind of unnecessary. So now what I'm gonna do is... that was Barium. He's the new Paladin leader. Gonna zoom in and move him kind of to the back of the stronghold. Come on. In the stronghold. You can do it. There we go. And that way he should be in the stronghold and resting up, but he should not be in the direct line of fire. It's time for it to come around this way. Chris? Yes, it is Chris. Let's have Magnus go after one of them. Let's try to test out the Noishe's Promise. Yeah, just keep going. Noishe's Promise looks pretty awesome, whatever the case may be. Nah, you're healing. I'm supposed to attack first. So let's see, 67 from Ankaseth. 33? Oh, Noishe's Promise is probably a physical weapon. That's actually really pathetic damage. I might have to reevaluate my item choices here. Okay, Magnus. You go back home. And let's actually have you go for this guy just because he's closer. And let's see. What's this dude looking like? Dragons, huh? Let's go with Speedach. I don't know if dragons actually do extra damage to dragons, but I don't really care. It's a fun combination nonetheless. And if I do extra damage, then all the better. He's pretty darn strong, whether it does extra damage or not, so there is that. Oh, that there. I forgot that he's in the front, so he does Sacred Breath rather than Divine Ray. And that's just fine by me. Should be able to finish these guys off. Or maybe not. If Speedach should attack that dragon instead of my Swordmaster, then they would all be dead right now. But sadly, that was not the case. Okay, Speedach, you go back home for a moment. I want my Angel Knights to do some killing. So Angel Knights in the back row, in the front they get a normal piercing attack, but in the back row they get something called Banish, where they throw their halo, and that does virtue damage. And it's pretty effective. And now everyone is a... Okay, well 4 out of 5 of them are a Seraph? Everyone but the leader is a Seraph. Oh, derp. Leaders can't change classes. Okay. But we'll play around with our pet Seraphs next time on Let's Play Ogre Battle 64. Catch you later.